The narcissist in your life sees you as competition. And if you are new here, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. During the love bombing phase from a narcissist, we as narcissists really do feel like we love you, care about you, want to give you everything in the world. But eventually a switch goes off in our brains and it shifts from being a significant other to being significant competition. Especially if you make more money than a narcissist, if you look better than a narcissist, you are competition. So do not be surprised if at every opportunity the narcissist is looking for a way to put you down or to not celebrate your success. Hey babe, I just got my bachelor's degree. Oh, that's cool, but your GPA was under 3.5. It will eventually get to the point where your successes piss the narcissist off, like anger the narcissist and make them devalue you and put you down even more. So again, you go from being a significant other, a partner, a mate, to being significant competition, someone that needs to be dealt with. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know where to find me. If this is your first time seeing my face, the point of my platform is to bring, awareness to narcissistic personality disorder and to also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder, because I am, in fact, a narcissist myself. The point of this series right here is to, take my TikToks and YouTube shorts and expand upon those a little bit to go into greater detail, because they only give you 60 seconds. This one right here, the one you just watched, is about how you become competition to the narcissist. You go from being like I said in there, you go from being a significant other to being significant competition, to being a significant hindrance, to being significantly in the way. And that's a part of that the dynamic of being with a narcissist, because it goes from the love bombing idealization, where the narcissist is giving you pretty much everything that you want and need. And in that moment, in that phase, we as the narcissist, we really do think that we love you, care about you, and are want to be with you. We feel like we have found our person. And I used to think that was just me, but doing my one-on-ones and stuff over Zoom, I've actually spoken to a bunch of other narcissists. In my self-aware narcissist groups, I've actually spoken to a bunch of them. You know what I mean? A bunch of other narcissists as well. It just goes back and forth. And then, like I said, we really feel like we care about you. We really think you are the one. We give you everything. We want to be with you. We want to love bomb you. We want to give you everything you want. But then there's a moment in time, and it's kind of it's hard to explain, but it's like a light switch going off. It's like we go from loving you to like that. The switch goes off, and we feel different about you. It's like one day we wake up and we look at you and we just feel, disgusted, for lack of a better word. We just feel like, we start asking ourselves, what are we doing here? What am I doing here? And typically something called, what causes the mask to slip could be a plethora of different things. Maybe an event in the life happened, like a big event, like y'all moved in together, or you moved in together, or you've you moved in together, you've gotten pregnant, y'all have met each other's kids from previous relationships, you met each other's parents, y'all have taken a big trip together, y'all have gotten engaged. That's a lot of times that's when the mask will slip. Y'all get married, the mask will slip, the switch will go off, and they'll start to devalue you. And the things that the narcissist used to shout out about you, used to shout to the roof about you, just like, I love this person because they are so smart and beautiful. They'll hate you for the exact same thing. I hate this person because they're so smart and beautiful. They think that they are smart, and they think that they are beautiful. They think that they are more beautiful than what they are. So that flip, this is what happens in a narcissist's brain when the switch goes off. It's just I remember looking at my wife one day. I just remember being head over heels in love with her, driving 2 hours to see her for 30 minutes. I would drive an hour and a half from Greensboro to Raleigh to spend 45 minutes with her, get back in the car and drive back home. You're not doing that for somebody to manipulate them. I was doing it because I was loving and caring about her. But then, mad slip. I was looking at her one day, I was just disgusted with her, and then just weird. It's therapy helped me a lot. But I just felt like she went from being my biggest supporter to my biggest hindrance. I started feeling like she was a weight that I was carrying, and as opposed to somebody who was helping me on my journey. So I would start pointing out all her flaws and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just little flaw. I know you're gonna judge me about just like saying stuff about her weight, hair, stuff like that. Just being overly judgmental. She, I was in school, getting my degree for engineering. And I used to say stuff to her just like, "You're just a bar." She's a bartender, or a bar man. She's a bar manager. She ran the bar, and I would just belittle her. It's just like, "You're a bar manager," or whatever. And when she would have successes and stuff like that, get promoted and things of that nature, just like, okay, everybody be like, "Yay, yay, Delaney." I'd be like, "Cool, bet." Because I felt like she was competition. I was just trying to bring her down, bring her down a notch. When I felt like she was getting too big for her bridges, you used to say something to just bring her down a notch, and that sucks. The thing about it is, self-awareness does not bring peace, y'all. I tell y'all, being self-aware does not always bring peace. It brings like turmoil, because I think about it now. I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. And but it is what it is. But like, you might be dealing with a narcissist in your life as well that does stuff similar to that, where they'll whisper your successes and shout out your failures. You know what I mean? "Hey babe, I just graduated from school." "Cool, I have a master's degree. You just got your bachelor's. Congrats. You need to catch up." You mean your birthday party, your birthday. They don't say happy birthday to you. Stuff like that. Just stuff to bring you down a notch, because they feel like they are competition. They like, and I know you're gonna ask, but people ask, like, what can you do? Like, what can we do to make them feel like we're not competition? Like, we're on the same team. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you will ever do will be enough for a narcissistic person. They have to want it. They have to want you. And it's like I said, it's not. It's like you'll give, unless that person is aware and in therapy or something like that, or just actively trying to be better. There's nothing you can do to make that person feel like you're on their team, other than overly listening and be willing. Like, sometimes you have to be a doormat. Do you want to be a doormat for the rest of your life? A lot of people, I think, I'm talking to people on these one-on-ones, they wouldn't mind being doormats. Like, I just like this. To me, it's weird. They're like, it's like, how do I get him to pick me or get her to pick me? I was like, look, you pretty much gotta be a doormat. Okay, well, how do I do that? I'm like, what the hell? I know. But I'm just like, some of the stuff is just like, sometimes I'm happy that I have a lack of empathy. Because I can kind of not feel bad for certain situations. I'm like, you put yourself in that situation now. I'm just like, I gave you perspective, and you dangling it in there. And like, that's the only way you get a narcissist get help, is they have to want to go get help, y'all. I know people ask that question all the time. They have to want to actively seek help. They have to hit rock bottom, and they can't hit rock bottom if there's someone there holding them up. If you're constantly bailing them out of jail, or giving them money, or taking care of them, then they will, use it against you. They'll manipulate you. Like they'll say, they're like, you become competition, and like, especially if you meet a narcissist. Like, I'm gonna just do the man-woman situation because it's easier, because I am a man. If you meet a narcissist that is making less money than you, that's pretty much down and out on their luck. Like, I'm making $10 an hour when I meet you. And when you meet me, I'm making $10 an hour, but you're making $20 an hour. You let me know that type of stuff. You help me go to school. You help me get a better job, because deep down you think nobody else will want me because I'm lower level. But guess what? You help build me up. You help build me up to a level I'm higher than you now. So guess what? People do want me. And now I feel like anything you do to me now is competition. Like, oh, hey, you remember I make $10 an hour? Now I make $50. And you still at the same job? Get on your stuff. So sometimes stop going for people that you're not really attracted to. These project people, these project men and women. Like, nobody else will want them. So I wanted to take them and fix them. I see the potential. You see the potential. You carve out that sculpture. Bam, 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 bam. You take that big ass slab of rock. You carve out a beautiful sculpture, and now other people want that sculpture. Other people want that sculpture. They'll buy that sculpture. They'll buy that sculpture from you. They'll take that sculpture from you. You know what I mean? So bam, 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 bam. Gone. Got you. You know what I mean? So you go from competition. You get in the way. Like, a narcissist will not, will not celebrate your successes. Will whisper your successes and scream out your failures. And then it works for the parent child dynamic too, where the narcissistic parent is holding the kid back, so the kid won't live a better life than them because they're jealous of the kid. I used to be jealous of my son. I used to be jealous of my son because he had a dad, and I am his dad. I used to say it too. I used to say it out loud in a joking way. I was like, look at you running around with a dad in your life. How weird is that? That's how my mind used to work, y'all. It still works the same way now because I still catch myself ruminating on thoughts like that, but, I fight through them and battle through them. Anyways, y'all, let me cut this thing short. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I really, really do, y'all. I really do. I'm, like, so grateful, eternally grateful. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mental Illness is out. Peace.